Basketball is literally a game. Like, I promise you, it's literally a game. We have so much fun with it. But when it comes to death threats, when it comes to people finding, like, I'm talking about people have come down to my address, follow me
No.
home. Like, it's come down to that. Multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me, like, naked. Literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like,
No.
are you naked on Instagram?
Angel Reese is making waves, but not on the court. Her latest move? A podcast interview that's got WNBA fans and Swifties losing their minds. You won't believe who she's bringing on as a guest. Let's talk about why this is causing such a stir and what it means for Reese's career. Get this. Angel's guest is none other than Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. Yeah, you heard that right. This interview is set to drop on Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel, and it's got everyone talking. WNBA fans are buzzing, and Swifties are on high alert. Why? Because this could be juicy. You know what's crazier? This interview might spill some tea about Travis Kelce himself. Imagine the drama if Kayla starts dishing out details about her ex. But here's the real question. Is Angel making the right move for her career? Or is she playing with fire? This could be a game changer, but not everyone's cheering from the sidelines.
Whenever you think of Angel Reese, people often mention Caitlin Clark. You've said in interviews, there's no beef, but the media keeps going on. This is your platform, so how do you feel about that situation?
Kaylin is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was an amazing player. We've been playing each other since high school. Like, literally been playing each other since high school, and like knowing that, like, there's never been beef. At the end of the day, it's a game that we do both love, but there is no hate. No hate. We're gonna play on the same team one day, I'm sure. Like, we're gonna definitely play on the same team one day. So
Maybe
that's
2028.
2028.
While everyone's buzzing about Angel's podcast, there's a bigger story unfolding. The court queen who once had fans in awe is now leaving them confused. What's behind Angel Reese's sudden pivot, and why are some diehard supporters calling foul? Remember when Angel Reese was dominating college basketball and making a splash in the WNBA? She was breaking records left and right, setting new standards for rebounds and double-doubles in her rookie season. It was like watching a basketball prodigy in action. But then, things took an unexpected turn. Reese's wrist injury put a damper on her game time, and suddenly the spotlight shifted. Instead of headlines about her on-court performance, we're seeing Angel's name pop up for a whole different reason. Her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, is blowing up. We're talking 50,000 subscribers and counting. That's a lot of ears tuning in to hear what Angel has to say off the court. But here's where it gets tricky. Some WNBA fans are scratching their heads, wondering if Angel's trading in her basketball dreams for Instagram fame. One fan even fired shots saying, "I'll never understand how someone voted for you for Roy over Caitlyn." Ouch, that's gotta sting, right? It's like Angel's caught between two worlds. On one side, she's got this incredible talent that could make her a WNBA legend. On the other, she's building a brand that could set her up for life after basketball. But can she have both? Some fans don't think so. They're worried Angel's more focused on being a celebrity than being a baller. Think about it. Angel's bringing Travis Kelce's ex onto her podcast. That's not just sports talk anymore. That's diving headfirst into celebrity drama. It's a move that's got WNBA fans talking, and not always in a good way. Some are saying Angel's priorities are all mixed up, that she's more interested in gossip than her jump shot. But let's be real for a second. Is Angel really risking her sports career, or is she just playing the long game? In today's world, athletes aren't just athletes anymore. They're brands, influencers, entrepreneurs. Maybe Angel's just ahead of the curve, building her empire while she's still got the spotlight. While Angel's making waves off the court, another rookie is quietly dominating the game. Caitlin Clark just snagged Rookie of the Year, and now she's eyeing a whole different playing field. What's this basketball phenom doing with a golf club?
Caitlin Clark's incredible season has come to a storybook ending as she won the Rookie of the Year award.
You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of
Caitlin Clark's rookie season, it was a show. Her 769 points set a new rookie record, passing Hall of Famer Simone Augustus from her debut campaign.
You heard that right. Caitlin Clark isn't just crushing it on the basketball court, she's about to tee off in a major way. The WNBA's newest star is set to make her debut at the LPGA Tour event Anna, driven by Grid. That's not a typo, we're talking golf, people. But let's back up a sec. Caitlin Clark just wrapped up an insane rookie season. We're talking record-breaking stuff here. She averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's make the veterans sweat good. And guess what? It paid off big time. Clark just snagged the WNBA Rookie of the Year award, leaving Angel Reese in the dust with just 1 vote. Now, most rookies would be content with that kind of success, but Caitlyn, she's playing a whole different game. While some players are chasing clout on social media, Clark's out here expanding her sports portfolio. The LPGA Tour event isn't just a photo op for her. She's diving in head first, participating in the Women's Leadership Summit, and even hitting the links for the Pro-Am event. Think about it. How many basketball players do you know who can hold their own on a golf course? Caitlyn's not just dipping her toes in, she's making waves in 2 sports at once. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But here's the real kicker. This move isn't just about showing off. It's smart, really smart. By branching out into golf, Caitlyn's setting herself up for long-term success. She's not putting all her eggs in one basket. Instead, she's building a brand that goes beyond just basketball. It's a strategy that could keep her in the spotlight long after her playing days are over. You know what's wild? While some players are busy stirring up drama and chasing celebrity status, Caitlyn's out here quietly building an empire. She's not just thinking about next season, she's thinking about the next decade. It's a whole different approach to success in sports.
The WNBA Rookie of the Year race was pretty much neck and neck for the majority of the season, but now the league has officially crowned its queen. Caitlyn Clark is your 2024 WNBA Kia Rookie of the Year. My girl averaged 19.2 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, and led the league with 8.4 assists per game, and that made her the first rookie to ever lead the W in that category. And I mentioned the Rookie of the Year race being tight throughout the season, but she ended up with 66 votes from a national panel of 67 sports writers and broadcasters.
So, what does this mean for Caitlyn's future? Well, it's looking pretty bright. By diversifying her sports portfolio, she's opening doors that most athletes never even see. She's not just a basketball player anymore. She's becoming a sports icon. And that, folks, is how you play the long game. Speaking of icons, the WNBA's got 2 rising stars. But their clash is causing chaos off the court. Angel Reese just dropped a bombshell about the dark side of her rivalry with Caitlyn Clark. What's really going on between these 2 rookies? You thought the drama was just on the court? Think again. The rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark has taken a nasty turn, and it's not the players throwing elbows, it's their fans. Angel Reese didn't hold back when she talked about the toxic side of this rivalry. She said, "I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe Caitlyn Clark stands on any of that." That's heavy stuff, right? We're not just talking about trash talk anymore. This is serious. But it gets worse. Angel's been dealing with some crazy harassment from Clark's fans. We're talking death threats and personal attacks. That's not just crossing a line, it's sprinting past it at full speed. Angel even said some fans have followed her home. Can you imagine? You're just trying to play basketball and suddenly you've got stalkers. The WNBA's top brass is aware of the problem. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert admitted that this rivalry has introduced some uncomfortable elements into fan conversations, like race and sexuality. She said, "You need rivalry. It makes people watch," but also noted that fan behavior has taken a more menacing turn. It's like they lit a match for excitement and ended up with a wildfire. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some of the WNBA's biggest names aren't happy with how Engelbert's handling this mess. Breanna Stewart, a superstar in her own right, called out the commissioner for not denouncing the toxic behavior. It's like the league's caught between a rock and a hard place. They want the excitement, but not the ugliness that's come with it. So, what does all this mean for women's sports? On one hand, people are talking about the WNBA more than ever. The rivalry between Reese and Clark has put women's basketball in the spotlight. But at what cost? When the conversation shifts from amazing plays to death threats and racism, is that really a win? It's like the WNBA is facing its own version of growing pains. As the league gets more popular, it's dealing with the same issues that have plagued men's sports for years. The question is, can they learn from those mistakes and handle it better? Alright, let's talk about the real game these 2 are playing. Angel and Caitlyn, they're not just balling on the court, they're changing the whole game off it. Angel's going all in on that celebrity status. She's got 50,000 people tuning into her podcast, and she's even landed on Sports Illustrated's 50 most influential figures in sports list. That's huge. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's out here swinging golf clubs and making moves in multiple sports. She's not just a basketball star, she's becoming a sports icon. You know what's wild? Both of these women are writing their own stories. They're not following some playbook for how female athletes should act. They're making their own rules. So who's really winning here? Maybe it's both of them. Angel and Caitlyn are showing us that success in sports isn't just about what you do on the court. It's about building your brand, your future, your legacy. And that's the real game changer.